Just because there were some finishes does not mean it was a good card. A lot of y'all are letting the UFC get away with horrible cards.
Dame Time MMA Time.
It's good with y'all boys. Dame Time MMA here, and today we are gonna be talking about the recent doings of the UFC and Dana White, these absolute abominations of cards they have been putting on. Now we do have International Fight Week coming up. We have the White House card coming up. But I do not see that as an excuse for these horrendous cards. Listen, the fact that a fight is entertaining does not make it a good fight. And a card full of these is not a good card. I can grab two homeless men from the street and make them fight for a donut. I guarantee it will be entertaining and it will end in a finish. Does that mean that it's a high quality matchup that we need on a main card? No. Finishes are always entertaining, bro. Chaos does not mean skill. A sloppy brawl will almost always end in a finish. You put two guys that are trash, but brawlers, it's ending in a finish and it will be entertaining. But is this what we want to see? Are we just going to accept this? We don't want to see high level matchups? I would see if it was on the prelims, I'd be like, all right, I don't care. I don't care at all. Like, I understand that everybody needs to fight, but bro, leave these fights to the prelims. We don't need Burns versus Mallet as a main event. We don't need Nallo versus Jai Herbert as the featured fight on the main card. Are you insane? And after a card like this, there will always be people that say, oh, it was entertaining. There was finishes. Oh, it was entertaining. What happened? I thought you said it was bad. Again, bro. Finishes don't mean it's a good card. They're fighting for their job and $20. Of course, they're gonna try to get a finish, bro. Like, I don't understand the logic of some of these UFC fans that will just take anything from Dana White in the UFC and just, they're okay with it. They love it. Also, recently, I've noticed a lot of hype jobs coming up. Basically, what I mean is like these guys that are painted as the next superstar, the next Conor McGregor, the next Sean O'Malley. But in reality, they're trash. They're just brawlers that beat cans, and whenever they fight someone that actually matters, they lose. Just because they were funny on the mic one time and they train with some of these guys doesn't mean that you as a UFC fan have to hype them up and be excited for these fights. Because be honest with yourself. Tommy McMillan is garbage. Luke Riley, he's better, but he's still pretty garbage. Why are these guys getting on these big cards, these main events, bro? Or these main cards? They don't deserve it yet. They might not deserve it at all. You don't even know if they're good. They look cool and they talk a lot. So you're going to put them on a main card and the fans are going to accept it. And also, there are some of these guys that are unknown, but they don't talk a lot on the mic and they don't look cool, but they're actually skilled and they get shoved to the prelims. So I don't understand, bro. If you want to show off like this new talent, get the actual good guys. Don't just get these hype jobs and fill up a card with these barbaric brawlers that are terrible. There's actual skill and it's just not being shown off. It's either being shoved on the prelims or shoved in the apex. But they'll get Burns versus Mallet to main event in front of a full crowd. I get he's Canadian. Bro, that could be a prelims fight. Another thing I have to say is that the UFC just knows that the fans will accept this. It's never gonna stop. The UFC knows that they can put these Apex cards in between, and then like that one banger card will make up for it. Weak cards are just being normalized, bro. Like Everybody has to fight. I know that. Even it out, bro. Leave these guys for the prelims. There's no reason that these guys should be main eventing or on the main card at all. If you really don't have that many fighters, just skip a week, bro. Would you rather have a card every week and we're just watching straight bullshit, or a card every few weeks and they're amazing every time? But also, I feel like the UFC is the highest level promotion. They have all these athletes. They shouldn't have to wait every few weeks. They should be able to put on good cards every single week. You're the biggest MMA promotion in the world. What are you doing? It's just like every time Dana doesn't want to use his brain, we're heading straight back to the apex and we're watching some bullshit. Like, we know that the UFC knows how to put together a good card. We've seen it time and time again. They just choose not to. I don't know why. It could be a money thing. It could be like the fighters are injured. They don't want to fight. I don't know. But anyways, all I'm trying to say, I keep seeing people glaze these horrible cards just because of entertainment value. If we keep calling every single fight night card of the year just because there were some finishes on it, we're not gonna get anywhere. We're just gonna keep seeing the same thing every single week. We're gonna keep getting trash cards, and nothing is ever gonna change. All I'm trying to say is just, when you say it's a good card just because there's finishes, you're wrong. These aren't high quality matchups. These are terrible. It's the highest prestige MMA promotion. You can't get better than the UFC. So why is this what we're settling for? Anyways, that was all for today. If you like this and want to see more MMA content like it, like, comment, and subscribe. All my other links are in the bio, and I'll see you in the next one.
No, I'm not falling in my feelings, but no silly hoe. Me and my niggas stick together like a neck foe.